Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about coterminal angles. Two angles are coterminal if they have the same initial and terminal side. If you look at our previous video, we said that if you have a Cartesian plane like this, and you are looking for, let's say, angle 30 falls here. So this line drawn over here, dipping, is your terminal side. Then where you are starting from is the initial side. In a situation where all of them fall within the same, you have the same initial and terminal side, then we talk about coterminal. And with coterminal, what we'll be doing, if you want to find a positive and negative coterminal, what we do is to add 360 and subtract 360. So the question before us says that find the positive and negative coterminal angles of the following: 370, we have 145, and negative 170. So to find a positive, let's take them one by one. So we are given 370. So to find a positive, what we do is we will add 360 degrees to this. And when we add 360 to 8 to 370, we will be having 730 degrees. So this is the positive. Then we now come to the negative side. And for the negative, what we do is to subtract 360. One revolution is 360. So 370 minus 360 gives me 10. Okay. So that's for the first one. The second one, 145. So the positive for 145 is that we'll add 360 degrees to 145. And so when we add 360 to 145, we'll be having 505. Then the negative. In the negative, we'll subtract 360 from 145. And when we do that, we'll be having negative 215. Let's come to the third question. So for this question, basically what we are doing is to just add 100 and we are adding just 360. So we have negative 170 degrees. And with a negative 170 degrees, we'll add 360, the positive side, and we'll be having 190. Then for the negative, we have 170 minus 360 degrees. And so when we subtract, then we'll be having negative 530 degrees. So basically, this is what a coterminal angles are. But let's prove something. So for example, with the first example over here, when we have our Cartesian plane, 10, we all know that 10 will fall somewhere here. So this gives me 10 degrees. Now let's check for 730. So we know from here, this quadrant is the first quadrant. This is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth. So from here to this place is 90, 180, 270, 360, okay? And 360, when we go again, so this is 360. So when we go again, then we'll have 450, okay? So 450 plus 90, we come to 540. 540 plus 90, we come to 360. 360 plus 90, we come to 720. So 720, okay, but we are looking for 730, so we come here, which means that all this drawing I've just done, all this is 730 degrees. So telling us that both 730 and 10 degrees falls within the same quadrant, which is quadrant 1. So you look at it, for the positive part, we added 360, we got 730. For the negative side, we added, subtracted for this question. We subtracted 360, then we got 10. And when we drew it, all of them fell in the same quadrant. Let me do the second one. For the second one, 505. Okay, so this is 90, 180, 270, 360. Okay. Okay. So when you look at 360 plus 90, we'll be getting 450. So from here to here, it's 450. Then 505 will fall somewhere here. Okay. All right. Now let's try something. Now let's draw negative 215. So because it is negative, we go clockwise as we stated in the other video. So from here to here is 90, 180. So 215 will fall here, because if there is 180, 215 will fall here. So you see that over here in this quadrant, okay, both 505 and negative 215 degrees falls within the second quadrant. Have you seen it? So that's how coterminal is all about. We now move on to coterminal in radian form. So what we did first was in degree. We want to now move on to in radian form. But before we move on, kindly like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that anytime we upload new videos, you'll be able to see it. Then also share with your friends and comment. Let's interact at the comment section. All right, so we move on. Now we want to find, in radian, we want to find the coterminal angle for the following. The first question we solve in degree. Now let's go to radian. So we have 3 pi on 4. Then 2, we have pi on 6. Okay. All right. Okay. What we need to know is 360 degrees, okay, is equivalent to 2 pi. Because if you look at the previous video, we say pi is proportionally to 180. So 2 times 180 is 360. So 2 pi gives us 360, okay? And so we were told that in with the example we just solved, that we add 360 for the positive. So we're going to add 2 pi, because 2 pi is equivalent to 360. So this is over 1. So the LCM is 4. 4 into 4 is 1. 1 times 3 pi is 3 pi. 1 into 4, 4. 4 times 2 pi is 8 pi. So when we add them, we're going to have 11 pi over 4. But questions like this, anytime you have a question like this, 3 pi over 4 plus 2 pi, the simplest way is to say 4 times 2 pi, which is 8 pi, plus 3 pi, which is 11 pi over 4. That's the simplest way. Then you're cool to go. All right. Make sure you subscribe. All right, so the second question. So there's a positive part. So there's a positive. So now for the negative, what we'll do is we have our 3 pi on 4. We'll subtract 2 pi, okay? And to subtract 2 pi simply means that got this over 1. The LCM is 4. 4 into 4 is 4 into 4 is 1 times 3 pi is 3 pi, minus 1 into 4 is 4. 4 times negative 2 pi is negative 8 pi. So when we subtract, you have negative 5 pi over 4. All right, so let's come to the second question. For the positive, we're going to add 2 pi to the question, pi over 6. This over 1, we divide, we have 6. 6 into 6 is 1. 1 times pi is pi. 1 into 6 is 6. 6 times 2 pi is 12 pi. So in all, we're going to have 13 pi on 6. Then for the negative part, we have pi on 6 minus 2 pi. Okay, so this over 1. The LCM is 6. 6 into 6 is 1. 1 times pi is pi. Minus 1 into 6 is 6. 6 times 2 pi is 12 pi. And so when you subtract, you have negative 11 pi divided by 6. So this is how we solve coterminal angles. I want you to try this. Find a coterminal for 7 pi on 3 and let's say negative 215 degrees. So I want you to try this on your own. So we will meet in the next video. Make sure you please like, share, and subscribe it now. Subscribe. It doesn't take anything. It doesn't take any money to subscribe. Just hit the subscription button and the notification button. And the next time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to see it. Thank you very much.